feedback. Hopefully everything is okay with the audio. I have to check everything. It's been a hectic day already, because of course it is. I can turn myself up. So, testing 1, 2, 3. I love that I have to do this. Because instead of relying on auto audio that YouTube likes to do, I'm trying to do it myself, which is never a good idea. Okay. If I can turn myself all the way up, I just feel like that's a bad idea. But for some reason, I'm kind of quieter. Also, apologies for the lighting. I'm still trying to figure it out. I am probably going to move my streaming space to a place that has more consistent lighting since the days are brighter. It's just going to be time. Moving stuff, especially streaming stuff, is always a challenge. I have to make sure the internet's okay. I have to make sure I can have stuff in one place, and it's all a thing. So yeah, that's where my brain is at. It's all over the place, but the lighting is what it is. But hopefully it'll still be good once the sun sets. That's my issue, is once the sun sets, the lighting changes completely and it messes up everything. So I'm gonna be like a little dark and blue right now, but hopefully when the sun sets, I'll be normal, because this is my normal lighting setup for when it's dark. And I just kind of kept it this way because it wasn't horrible. It wasn't the worst, but you're mainly going to be seeing this screen anyway. So that's what the thing is today. The theme is boy groups, specifically miscellaneous boy groups. I'll put my headphones on. Not like I need to listen to really anything, but you know, I like the vibe. But yeah, definitely let me know if anything goes wrong, because it is mainly me keeping track of everything. Because the levels sound good to me. I can even turn this down a little bit. But it's always a mystery. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. The music is chill. I like it. But yeah, it's a hectic day because we had my aunt's birthday dinner at my house, and there's still people here talking amongst themselves. But it's always interesting dealing with that. That's kind of why I want to move my streaming space too, so I don't have to worry about things changing in the house. I can just have my space that is separate, and lighting and sound and everything. It's a lot, but you know what? We're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna be worrying about organizing this, because we're getting down to it, actually. We're getting down to the bitter end of my Photocard collection, because we've been through all of them. This has been it. What you have seen on stream has been it. I will be getting some more TXTs coming in. I don't actually have too many. Like this is the TXTs I got. I thought I had more, but I actually really don't. I just listen to them a lot. I guess I don't. I bought 3 of their albums, 2 of the Thursday Child, 1 of the Temptation ones, and I have 1 on the way once they release their album of the new one. I have 1 version coming in of that one, so I'll get some more of them in. So I'll probably put them actually towards the end, because I will be slowly collecting more of them. At least that's what I know. Okay, I need to put my monitoring screen up here. Okay, everything is okay. This camera is so bright. I kind of love it, but it's It's very different than my main camera. But I've done a little bit of pre-sorting because last time was hectic and I got things wrong, and I don't like doing that. So for girl groups, that was a test. And I've learned that pre-sorting before the real sorting is good. At least for streaming. So I've already kind of have the idea of like age order and eras, because since these are miscellaneous, it's kind of hectic and chaotic. Like there's not really, like with 17, it was super easy. You go through 17's eras, you go through, like you got the members, it's how it is. With miscellaneous, it's kind of all over the place because, as the name suggests, it's miscellaneous. So there's really not a rhyme or reason to, I just bought these albums and now I have photocards for them, so I need to sort them. So now I just need to figure out where to put people. Because I do have some randos whom I love. Like I specifically collected these. I consciously collected these. I got him for free. And now I have them, and they're actually, if you can't tell, I have a type of photocard that I really like, and it's the little cute little face, the little kissy newt face, whatever you want to call it. I didn't realize that at the time, but now that I'm looking at them all together, I have a type. I have a type of photocard that I really enjoy, because I actively sought these out. So I kind of think I'm gonna put these at the front, just because I only have 4 slots per page. If you haven't been following along, here you go. This is what I'm gonna be putting them in. This will be my miscellaneous boy group book. I have a 17 book that we've already done. I have a miscellaneous girl group book, and I'm gonna have a AT specific book and probably a BTS specific book, even though my BTS photocards are kind of chaotic as well, just because of how they've delivered photocards throughout their albums. And there's a lot of solos, like solo photocards from solo albums, which I've purchased a lot of. So there's just gonna be like a lot of Taehyung. Taehyung, yeah, I think I have the most of his face. It's gonna be chaotic, but we're not there yet. We're not focusing on that. We're focusing on this. So that is the plan. But what I was thinking was putting the randos in front, since I'm not gonna really be filling this out, because with groups, I know I'm gonna be collecting certain ones over time, so I'll need more pages for them afterwards. But for these guys, I think I'm just gonna put them in front. There's only gonna be 3, but I think if I get another rando, because I don't collect these groups, that's mainly why they're randos. That is a loving term, because I have Han of Stray Kids, I have Baekhyun, I have Sana of his group. But I don't collect, that's the problem, I don't collect these groups in particular. So I think I'll put these up here. So I know I'm not going to be really getting more unless I specifically go out and buy them. So I thought they would look really nice on the front page, and plus I love them, so I kind of want them there. I do need a 4th one, which is gonna make me spend money, which is bad, but you know what? I don't care. So I may go out and like buy another rando. I don't know who or what, so that special place is gonna be there. I can also put in a card filler once I get one, because I can print out something to put there. Maybe like I can design something. I'm still thinking about it, but this is kind of what I want my front page to be like. Like, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. It needs some work, but it's okay. Yeah, this is like from his duo, so it's like I'm not gonna be collecting any more of those. Sadly, that hurts me. So yeah, now it's up to who's first, because I know I'm gonna get more Kbands. This is the Kband stack. So this is gonna be an ever increasing pile. So I'm probably gonna put them towards the end. I know I'm gonna get more TXT, so those need to kind of go. Luckily, I think there's only 4 of them, which really works for now until I collect more, because I have 4 slots per page, and then I have 4 on the back. So yeah, now it's just pre-planning. I did pre-sorting, I didn't do pre-planning. I also have seed. This is the group seed. They recently, well, they haven't officially disbanded yet. They disbanded in April. They put out an announcement and even the members didn't know that they were disbanding, so that's cute. I recently talked about them too. They're great. They just added new members after they lost one, and now they're disbanding, and a bunch of talented people are going to waste in the industry, and it makes me angry. So Nature Space Entertainment needs to be disbanded and not the group. That's what I'm saying. So I know I'm not going to be collecting more of Seed unless I am able to find their first album, because I only have their I only have their first album. I don't have their second album. The 2 albums that do exist. So I guess these will go on this page. So I have, ironically, 2 of 2 members. There are many more members, but I only have Doa and Bao. But it works because I can kind of sort them easily. That's because you don't. It's Seed. I haven't talked about them actively because, I mean, I filmed a lot of videos about them. I just never put them out because the first one I filmed for Seed, it was awkward because I had filmed it and then there was one member who left the group like instantly. Like right when they debuted, I filmed it the day of. I was talking about them, hyping up all the members, and then one member that I really liked just left, Ronnie. So he's gone. And then they debuted again with new members. Well, like they had some of the old ones, like they had these 2. And then they added some new members who are all really good and talented. I just never got that video out, and now they're disbanding, so it's like I can't even put that video out anymore. But they're really good and talented, and they've been working a lot in the industry for a long time. Like there's one member whose name I don't want to get it wrong, but he reminds me a lot of Hyunjin from Stray Kids, and he actually was a backup dancer for Stray Kids, and he's very talented, and he's been in the industry for a long time, and he's been working so hard, and now it's all kind of, now they're like, it's just so sad to see, because a lot of them have like day jobs, like they work normal jobs on top of being idols, or at least working towards their dreams of being idols, and now they have to go back to working day jobs, and that's just really frustrating because they're so talented. And yes, they're old. They were all of age, of good age. They were around our age, Lori, and now they're back to square one, and it's so annoying. Because they were so talented. They are still talented, and they have a lot of potential, and just because the company sucks, they're getting screwed over, and it makes me angry. Because they're very talented. They're in their 20s. They're not babies. They're not actual children. So it's even more frustrating because they're losing time. I put that in air quotes because I think they're perfect age to debut. But in the industry, people are saying they're too old, and they're not. They're not too old. And yes, they potentially, a lot of them had military service done too. It's very blown out. I love light and changing light. But yeah, that would be a great new concept. Have everyone pre in the military and out. It would save such heartache. Yes, I know. And they could potentially have done that, but you know what? Nature Space decided, nah, we're gonna not tell the members we're disbanding everything. Put out an official announcement. The members are like, what? We never heard of this. But okay, I guess I have no job. I guess I have to go back to my day job that I just quit because I was successful in this career that I thought I was gonna have a long time in. But now we're back to serving food, and one of their jobs was like stocking shelves from delivery trucks, because that was like just an easy thing they could do like part-time. And now we're back to doing that instead of being a talented human being. They're still talented, they're just not getting notoriety because their company kind of sucks. But yeah, that's my rant. It's that kind of day. And it's so ironic because I just shouted them out like not too long ago, and then their company was like, yeah, they're disbanded. Sucks to suck. But anyway, I love how the light changed. It was not like this before. But at least I have 4 of them and it fills out a page because I know it won't be changing anytime soon. Next I'll probably do CIX. I kind of pre-sorted the eras just because CIX has some interesting album titles and I will read them out to you as we go. And this is from a concert, so I honestly don't know. I think I'll do, I don't know. Okay. So this one I got from a merch stand at the concert, so it's kind of a different, it's different than all of these. These came in a pack because I got VIP stuff because why not? So these are all ready to go. I don't know what to do with him considering that he is the same person as this and they technically should go together, but they don't look, he's in the woods here, he's not in the woods here, so it kind of messes up the vibe. That's my problem I have. So I think I should do these as a set and then put him next, I guess. I don't know. Should we embrace chaos? Shall we? Oh wait, I was doing CIX next, not ONEUS. I feel like that's easier. CIX makes more sense to me in my brain. Because at least that works. Okay, so CIX, they're the first album I have. I only have 1 photo card from this album. Hello Stranger. I have this photo card that I specifically bought because I wanted my bias because I was going to their concert. And I I wanted him in my little card holder and he's really cute. So Sungwoon, he's the only one I specifically went out and bought this. I don't actually have the album from this era, but I do have a Sungwoon. Sungwoon. I want to say Sungwon because I spell it like that, but it's not. But he's currently on a competition show, so go support it. I forgot what the show is called. I keep seeing it on Instagram, but it's a really good show. I've seen clips from it. And there's some talent. It's like vocal focused, and oh my gosh, so good. So good. So next up, era wise, we have Chapter 0, Hello Stranger. And I believe this is the dream version, or it could be, oh wait, no. I misread. Chapter 0, Hello Strange Dream. So we went from stranger to strange dream. Nav Youngie, and his alpaca hair, which honestly was kind of iconic. I don't like the look of it. However, I feel like this describes that era fairly well, because he's kind of the only one I saw during that time. I was like, look at that hair, look at that perm. So it's kind of cute. And then that's the only photo. They only give 1 photo card out at a time in their albums because they're stingy. But there's also not too many members, so I'm just used to 17. That's what I'm noticing. I noticed that 17 gives out so many freaking photo cards, and everyone else doesn't. Everyone else like only gives out 1 or 2 at a time, which is crazy in my brain. But it's what's happening. Yeah, so there's that. So next era is OK Prologue Be OK. I have Hyunsuk in his little sailor outfit with a tattoo under his eye. Honestly, serving looks. So we're getting through the eras here. Oh, does Stray Kids give out a ton? That's good. That's good. Because it's like, because I was looking back at my BTS ones and I was like shocked at how many I don't have, even though I've bought pretty much every album BTS has ever sold, and I have like just a handful of photo cards from them, and I'm like, why is this happening? And then I realized they only gave out 1 photo card at a time for most eras, so it's like, My collection is not collectioning. And hello. Good to see you. Good to see you, Lucy. Okay, oh. It's fine. Who needs grammar when you have not grammar? It's fine. Everything's fine. It's a chaotic day, but it's still a good day. Regardless, we're having less technical difficulties as far as I can tell, so that's good, at least on my end. Next up, they gave out 2 photo cards this era. Wild. And this will actually end my CIX collection. I don't have too many. The main reason I have so many from CIX, because I bought one just like in a store because I wanted to, and then I went to their concert and they were doing signed albums, but I actually didn't buy them there. I had a friend there and they were all sold out, and then she went to Texas to see them as well, and she bought a bunch of signed albums because we were talking about it, and she sent them to me and I paid her back for them, and I got 2 out of that, so that's probably why I have 2 from this era, actually. They probably did just give out 1 each, but okay. So the next era is OK Episode 1. OK Not. So the last era was OK Prologue Be OK, and then the next one that I have is OK Episode 1 OK Not, which is such a chaotic title, but you know what? It's fine. And now I'm noticing I have quite a bit of Yoongi, which is fine. He looks good in this photo card. But the first one on the list is BX because he, in the age order, is first. And I like it. He looks so content. He looks so happy. I enjoy that. And oh, it looks so good next to this one. I like keeping these 2 together because it's like the same vibe, but different. So yeah, I like that they're next to each other. So I appreciate that. I do like the back of their photo cards because they tend to put the titles on there, even though sometimes they're cut off because it's a puzzle, which is fun. But next up, I just like this styling on him. I like the hair color. I like the headband. He looks really cool. He's next to a tree. He's in a forest. And I guess what I'm doing, what I've decided after my girl group one, is I'm going to leave blanks for when I buy new stuff, if I buy new stuff. And I kind of rearranged my girl group one just a little bit after the stream to make room for that because I knew I was going to get more Everglow eventually. I knew I was probably going to get more G-Idol. So what I'm going to do is leave these slots blank and move to a next page for the next group I'm going to do, which is probably going to be ONEUS. Yeah. Okay. Because Kbands I'm most likely gonna get more of, maybe. I don't know. It really depends on where I'm at. Because I love NFLYING, and I've only actually bought 2 of their albums, I think. But they give out like basically, they give out a ton of photo cards, and it's great. They learn from the right people, but we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about ONEUS. And hello, Alex. I know it's a little thing. It's gonna show up on YouTube, but that's what I see when you type that. Chill W cat. But I know what it looks like. I can see it on my phone. It's a little cat in a box. Cat in a box. I'm ready to recognize no one here. That's fine. I may, since I don't have too many boy group miscellaneous photo cards, to be completely honest, I brought out some of my 17 karat versions, and I will probably do some hole punching, some live hole punching of these. So if I fail, I can cry with you guys. So I brought some backups because I don't actually have too many miscellaneous boy groups. The most I have is ATs, and they're gonna get their own special little binder. So, because I have quite a few of ATs. So this is gonna be interesting because I have this rando. He's not rando. He's a member of the group. I only have one that looks like this. And that's gonna annoy me, and I know it. Because it came from their tour, because they were giving out free photocards when you buy a certain amount of merch. And I bought, oh, I was gonna wear their merch today. I didn't think about it. Now I'm just wearing this pink flower sweater. That's a shame. I was gonna wear their little sweatshirt thing that I bought, but oh well. I'll wear it sometime. I even planned that out and I completely forgot. Oops. But they also, for the VIP stuff, they gave out these. So, but he goes right here with this one. But he's gonna mess up the flow. So I feel like I'll see where it ends up. Because it's definitely not gonna be even. Because they don't have an even amount of members right now. I could. I know where it is. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Hold on. I'm not gonna put it on. It's too hot. I have my fans on right now. I mean, I could put it on. It's so hot. It's so hot. Hot. I can show it off. My hair is all messed up. It's the back. I like the back. And it's cropped, which is so nice because I can wear it when it's even super hot, which it is. It's randomly hot today. It's been cold for so long and now it's hot. But it's gonna get cold again. But, oh, there. It's backwards for me. ONEUS. Love their merch. And it's so good quality. The print was so good quality. And yeah, thank you. And it's like thin enough that I can wear it during spring. Because sometimes they like have these like thick ones, which are great for winter and fall, but not for spring. And also, I think it looks better on camera right now than my other sweater did. So it honestly works. I'm happy with this. It doesn't match my nails, but you know, it's fine. But I like the forest green. It works with like, cause this was like the vibe of the tour. It's like this. And it's just nice. And the print was good because one thing I hate about tour merch is when it's done bad. And I'm calling out you 17 with your, like the designs were fine or whatever. I'm not talking about design. I'm talking about quality of print because I am terrified to wear my crop top that I bought for ridiculous amounts of money. It should have been 20 bucks, but it was way more than that. And I'm scared to wear it because it's gonna unravel, it shrinks, and the print's not good, and I'm scared it's gonna scratch off. Like this I'm not scared to wear. I wear this regularly in my everyday life, but some stuff I'm just like, I can't wear it. It was too expensive to wear, and it's falling apart. Every time I wash it, I'm like holding my breath, like just every time I take it out, I'm like, oh God, because I wash it on a very gentle cycle, but I know. Because even if it's good quality design wise, sometimes they just do it through the bad vendors who just do the really cheap printing that it'll either like, it just like scratches off over time and you're just like, why did I spend money on this? It's because I loved it. The 17 hat was great. Okay, you're correct. The hat I wear so regularly, but it was good because it was embroidered. I wore that the other day. And it's great because it says Be the Sun on it, and it's like a hat with a brim, so you're out in the sun. It's used to keep the sun off your face. It's fantastic. It says be the sun. I'm like, I am being the sun, baby. And it's embroidered, and I wash it regularly too because it gets makeup on it from my face, my forehead. And it's great. It's held up fantastic. But you know what? All the printed stuff was not worth the money, but I bought it anyway because 17. Stick to embroidery. I know it's more expensive, but or whatever this stuff is. This stuff is great. It's like it's like it looks screen printed, which is more hardy than like just whatever printing 17 did. But anyway, so I think I'm just gonna put them in here. So this is Soho. I'll introduce you guys since a lot of you probably don't know their names. This is Soho. I like his name. It reminds me of New York. It's not spelled that way, but you know, there's a S-E-O instead of just S-O-H-O, but you know, it just reminds me of New York every time I say it. And they're all doing the pinky promise, which is really cute. This is my bias of the group. It's pronounced Edo, but I say Lido because it's spelled with an L and I'm an American. Focus. Focus. It's not focusing. You get the idea. There's him. Oh, it focused on his face. It likes his face better. But yeah. He's my bias. He's great. He's a rapper who can sing really well. Honestly great. I mean, kind gentleman. Yes. He is. They're all kind of cuties, in my opinion. They're all super adorable. I did a high wave. That's as close as I got to them. They're short. They're a little bit kind of like Connie's the tallest, and he's like my height or slightly above. But everyone else was just shorter than me, and I'm like, oh, I feel like a tree, but it's okay. So they're giving Stray Kids vibes with the height, but it's okay. We love them anyway. Here's Connie. This is a really. His face is so blown out here. Everyone else's, the lighting was pretty good. He looks like there's flash on, which is not doing him favors. He looks kind of like a vampire, but I like it. And yes, I like singing rappers. Yes, you are correct. Han too. Yeah, I don't know. It's so... Because I liked him first for the rap, and then I heard him sing, and I was like, oh gosh, he's so good. If I hadn't heard him rap before, I would have thought he was like one of like the main vocalists. And like a lot of the members in the group have like higher vocal tones or vocal ranges, like they just have higher voices. He has a super deep voice, and it's still deep when he sings too, and it's really nice. Oh, I did. Oh yeah, I did. I said Connie. He's right there. And yeah, I respect it. It's hard to do because sometimes if you're just focusing on rap and getting good at rap, like that's your main focus, and you don't really focus on the singing part because you have other members in the group who can do that, or you can have a feature on your song. But he could do it all, and I respect it. I feel like he's just naturally talented. I don't know if he actually, I don't know their training histories. He might just be naturally really good at everything. Who knows? This name trips me up every time. It's ONEUS. ONEUS. It's so hard for me to say because there's a lot of N's. It's HWANWOONG. It's a lot of NGs happening, and it does not want to focus on the back of the card. But whatever. The more important part's in the front. There he is. He's a cutie. He's tiny. He's a little tiny boy. Very talented, very like charismatic when performing. Probably my favorite dancer of the group. Just in my humble opinion. People were hating on him because similar to what they did with ATEEZ, he has a lot of facial expressions, and he really dedicates himself to dancing, and like he doesn't care if it looks traditionally like I don't know how to describe it. You know how ATEEZ is, where people were making fun of them because they look like they're having seizures on stage. I'm like, they're just performing the moves correctly. Shut up. They did the same thing to him, but I respect him for committing to the style dance that he's doing. He doesn't sugarcoat it, I guess. He doesn't water it down. He does the moves correctly, and with full passion, and I respect that from him. And that's my favorite part of him and his part of his part of the group. He really attributes to the dancing part. And then last, but certainly not least, we have Xion, spelled with an X, so it's kind of confusing. It's Xion, but pronounced Xion. Yeah. He's a good singer and performer. He's just a very solid member. And now he is the youngest. Well, he's always been the youngest. That is his main role, being the baby. None of them really seem like Maknae. Like, they don't really have a Maknae dynamic. They all they really contribute. It's a very solid group. It's hard to describe. So yeah, there's that and that page, and I guess I will finish it out with a random Connie on a white background and a casual outfit. I like it. It's just I only have one, and I will only ever have one of this because they only handed them out at the concerts. So he's just always gonna be there alone, which is sad. There was one I really liked from this set. I can't remember who it was though. I don't know. I'll have to look it up again. It might have been Soho, or it might have been Xion. There's a really cute one because I saw it because I couldn't remember where I got him from. So I looked it up, and after a lot of hunting, I found that it was like an exclusive merch vendor photocard. But there's a really cute one, and I may hunt that down. I may get him a friend, you know? Like that soundbite where it's like, oh, there's just one of them. He's lonely. I'll get him a friend. I might do that. Who knows? But it kind of works because it rounds out the concert photo cards. I wish there was not an annoying light there. Okay. Now we're getting into, oh, hello. Back again. Yeah, I need to, maybe, what's a good time for everyone? Because I might switch up the time. I kind of like this time. But if it's not a good time for people, I may switch it up. Who knows? Because I know Lucy always has to go. And I feel bad because I want to talk to Lucy. Yeah, I need to the time of this one might change. Or the location might change. Who knows? Just because lighting is always weird. But I think I've actually done better with the lighting this time around. This is probably the best I've done with lighting. We'll see when the sun sets. But I'm not too mad about it today, but I might switch my, not filming location, but streaming location. Because that just might be how it is. My schedule's all over the place. True. I don't have an opinion. Yeah. And potentially. It'll probably be, if I do, it's gonna be in the filming location we typically use. You haven't seen it in a long time in videos, but it's like the one with the poster background. I'll probably revamp that. As long as the internet's good back there. I don't know, I've never checked it for streaming purposes, so that may be just a dream, and I may have to just stick with filming here. But that is the plan for now, because that space doesn't have windows, so I can control the lighting, regardless of what time of day it is, and it will always be the same, which is nice. My room has windows all around me, and it's very hectic, because depending on the day, the clouds are shifting, the light is changing. At night, it's not a problem, but during the day, it's all over the place. And now we have daylight during my streaming times, which I'm not used to. Oh, thank you. Let me see. I have to actually look at this. Oh, it's a little heart head. It looks like it looks like it looks like Wi-Fi is coming out of its head, which honestly I relate to. I love it. a cute little guy with a heart head with, it's like projecting love. Honestly, I love that. I wish I could bring it up here, but it looks like this. Virtual hug, that's what it's called. That's so cute. Oh my god. Yes. That's so cute. And yeah, hopefully the Wi-Fi is good. Because Ethernet is a struggle. I've played around with Ethernet, and I think that's what was causing all the issues. I don't know why. So Ethernet works great if I'm not using it for any purpose other than just having internet. If I'm trying to stream with Ethernet, whew, all hell breaks loose apparently. Go watch my girl group photocard sorting thing and you'll see what I mean. That was chaotic and horrible. And I don't know why it doesn't show the emojis. It just writes them out, so I have to look at my phone. But I can see it on my phone. So yeah. I wish they would fix that. But I can read it out. It says virtual hug, which is cute. Okay, so now we're actually into the eras of ONEUS. I have a few of their albums, not a ton. A lot of them I got at the concert because they were selling signed versions. They did individual member albums. So each member signed their own album, and you can pick them out. And like, I got Lido's/Edo, depending how you pronounce his name, and I got Connie's because Connie's signature is beautiful. I don't think I wish I could show you. It's in storage right now, but he puts a little star and like he makes the star a part of his signature. It's really cool. So I bought that specifically because his signature was beautiful. Leo's signature, on the other hand, I can show you. I think it's hilarious, but also iconic. And if I was him, I would do the same thing. This is how he signs his name. Like, that's his signature. It just block letters, his name. And I'm like, that's iconic. What an icon. That's how he signed his album. I love it. Not only is it my bias, I love his signature. I think it's because everyone else in the group has like these really pretty, I can show you one of them. Give me a second. Where? Okay, so here's Hwang's. It's like very pretty, very signature-esque. Looks like a little cloud, honestly. And then you have Lido's, and I'm like, honestly, I love it. I love that. It's fantastic. Because the moment I saw it, I'm like, first of all, I know exactly who that is because I can just read it. Because sometimes I had to look up Hwang's. I can't say his name fast. Because I had to look it up because I didn't know what his. Yeah, I can't read that. But you know, I know exactly whose that is. Can't even be mad. Nope. But anyway, this is a beautiful photo card of him. I love it. This is from Blood Moon era. It's beautiful. He looks great. He has like a little braid in his hair. He looks like, honestly, like a Greek god. Like, it's giving that vibe. Like, take away the suit. And like, that's kind of like a sculpture. Like, that is art. Even with the suit, it's art. But I mean, it's giving Greek god, and I love it. And that's the back I already showed you, but so we're moving on here. He fits the vibe. I'm not mad at that. Keeping the nature theme. Flowers and trees. And blank white wall. Next. I actually have another Blood Moon one, but I'm selling it because I don't need it. But it was like I got it for free at a K-pop store. But I'm trying to give it a new home because I don't appreciate it as much. It's not my favorite photo. I already have a photo of the member who I had, but it was like an Apple Music lucky draw thing, and I was like, I don't really need it. I got it for free. I'm trying to give it a new home, so I have that in a different location. But this is Xian. He looks definitely less majestic than the other one, but it's cute. And that's the back of it. It has the basic Blood Moon thing. But I may grab the other one and just put it in here because it hasn't sold yet. It's been on the market for a while. I was just trying to give the other Xian a new home. I already had a Xian from this era, so I really didn't need another one. Then the next era, which I like how we are now on a different page for a new era. That worked out well. Another reason why I won't be grabbing the other one, because then it would be over here. This one honestly might be my favorite ONEUS photo card I've ever received. I mean, this one's beautiful and he is my bias. However, this one is so cute. This is from Trickster era. I love the design of this album. It's beautiful. It was like, I love playing card themed stuff. I've come to find out through my love of K-pop, people love to do it and I love to see it. But this has nothing to do with that, but the Trickster album had that design. But this is the cutest photo card I've ever received. It's so cute. Look at his little face. Look at his little hairs. I love it. And that's the back of the photo card, which is very, very pretty. It's hard to... It looks very red on screen, but it is very red. And that's their 7th mini album. Wow. But I love it. It's I can't say his name all the time. There's so many NGs in it. But that's him. That's who it is. At first I did not recognize him because I don't know why. It didn't look like his face to me. Now that I know it's him, I'm like, yeah, that is him. But like, at first it didn't register that it was him because that's not how my brain perceives his face. But it is now. Like if I look at the eyes, then yeah, that's him. But I don't know. It is the cutest one I've ever gotten though. And I love it. And the coat. Oh, like the jacket. I want a jacket like this in particular. I don't know where. I feel like you would have to make it. If this is what you're talking about. I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about. But yeah, I really want a jacket like that because ATEEZ wears stuff like that too. And I feel like it would be a fun concert jacket. However, I'm not that creative. I'm creative in other ways. I don't know if I can design. I'm bad at clothing. Like I can do t-shirts. I can design those. But jackets and like stuff like this that has like intricate stuff. I'm like, I don't know if I can. Because I feel like you would have to make it. Yeah. And yeah, I know but I know it's wrong. At least, yeah. But I know there's a G there, and my brain knows it. And whenever I go to say it, I'm like, oh, there's another G that I'm gonna be pronouncing wrong. Yeah. He just has a complicated name. But I know him. And I can see his name written out. It's just hard to say. My tongue gets tied. It's okay. But yeah, I would consider it a jacket. But I've been looking, like they just don't sell stuff like that. And I do kind of want one like that. But I feel like you have to make it, and again, that's a lot of work. Maybe one day there'll be a K-pop store that'll sell like K-pop themed jackets and stuff. We're getting there, we're close. I've seen it happen. We need ATEEZ to do their frickin', what was it? What is that? There's like a reseller app. I forgot the name of it. But they sold like their old music video stuff. I never got one because it sold out instantly. What was this store? It was like a thrifting website that they partnered with, and they just sold they sold Yuno's coat from one of the music videos. Ridiculous. So maybe one day they'll sell this jacket on there. Who knows? Maybe they'll team up with a reselling app. That's the most random collab. Anyway, still on Trickster era. I got this. Oh, wait. Okay, so I do have an everyone. Yeah, Hong's first, Xian's next. So, there we go. I love this outfit. You can't really see the whole thing, but it was just a really good look. I liked these outfits from this era the best, personally. And they weren't selling it for, like, it was in the hundreds of dollars, but it was only like $200 something, I think, for his coat. Because I was keeping track I don't think anything got into the thousands. I think it stayed in the hundreds, which honestly, Poshmark. Yes, it was Poshmark. I knew it had a P. I just could not. I can never think of that name of that website. I don't know why. I always go to Mercari. Mercari is my secondhand shopping place. Not for clothes, but for everything else. But yes, it was a Poshmark collab. The stuff was reasonably priced, to be completely honest. Nothing got too expensive. What's getting ridiculous is people reselling the stuff they bought for like $100, $200. They're selling it. Okay, it came up on Twitter actually recently. The person who bought Yuno's coat wanted to resell it for $5,000. I know exactly how much they paid for it. They paid like in the 200s. They paid $200 for that coat. Now they're like, I got an offer for $5,000, but I'm willing to sell it for more or whatever. And I'm like, I saw that and I was like, dear God, the greed in this country. It was horrible. But that came up on my Twitter recently because someone like was looking into it and they got the price from them and they were like, no, I am not buying a coat for $5,000. Thank you very much. Yeah, you did. Okay. Yeah. It went around really recently. And I saw that and I was like, nope. They also sold like signed shoes. It was like something like that. And yeah, that happens. That is the K-pop way. It's just a random, it's not an official person. It's just the person whoever bought the coat is now trying to sell it for $5,000 instead of enjoying the coat that they bought. I guess they didn't like it when it arrived. I don't know. But now they're selling it. I guess maybe they think it is a car. It's definitely, well, I guess these days they're going for more, but you know, it's like a used car. They could buy a car for it if they sold the jacket, coat, whatever. But yeah, that was fresh in my brain. I was like, wow. But honestly, it doesn't surprise me. I've seen it done before. I've seen people selling signed albums that they bought for $30 for like hundreds of dollars. I've seen people buying the signatures from like the 17 thing where they don't up the price at all, but then they resell them. I've seen Mingyu's go for like $100, and I'm like, I know you paid $30 for that because I bought an album as well with the signed thing in it, and it was only $30, and you're now selling it for $100 because it's Mingyu. And it could be something that they just did themselves, but actually, to be completely honest, 17 would be hard to fake a signature for because they do it on specific cards that are specific for the signed albums. So unless you print out a card and cut it exactly the same size, those are hard to fake. But you know, like signed albums where they just sign the cover of an album, there's people recreating those all the time. So I never buy secondhand versions of those. Nope. I don't trust people that much. What? Why would you do this? I mean, to each their own, honestly. I did buy official BTS merch that was in the 200s. I bought 2 jackets, but it was not like a member worn jacket. It was just a thing they designed. They had like an In the Soup jacket that I have yet to wear because I'm scared because it was expensive. And then I had like the On jacket that they sold a while ago. But yeah, I've never bought any like reused things. And yeah, I mean, to be fair, like it was basically just used in the music video, I think is what. But are you talking about the person reselling it, or are you talking about the original thing? Because I know Yuno wore it for like about 2 seconds in the music video, and then maybe they just tried it on just to take a picture? I don't know. I can't trust people. But yeah, I mean, they probably wore it out once, unless it was too big for them. Because I feel like for most people, Yuno's size is not going to be their size. Because it was like a full-length coat. Like, I think it would be too long for me. So, like, I didn't even try to buy it. But it was a Christmas present. That's really nice. That's really nice. That's expensive, but nice. At least it wasn't your money spent on it. Okay, and the last thing from the Trickster era is a photocard with all of them in it. And it also has Raven in it, because he was still there at the time of the picture. Which I love. However, it's gonna be like this, which is always kind of annoying, but you know, it's still cute. And then the back is like this. And I'm kind of tempted to just have it like that as like a placeholder, but I like the picture. So I'm gonna keep it like this for now. But I may change my mind. Because I like the design of the back of the card. And it will look better in here. But I also like their faces. Because okay, so what I did with my girl group one, do I have it near me? No, I don't. But what I did was there was a photo card kind of like this, but I like this picture. The other one, I didn't really like the picture that much, so I just used the back of the card that had the album design on it, and I used it as a placeholder for the front, and it looks really cute. It's hard to describe. I don't know where that one went. It was here, and I had to move it because my computer had to go where it was, and now I'm just... You'll see it eventually, I guess. Yeah, I'm just confused. Where did it go? I saw it about 2 seconds ago. Over here. Oh, it's right there. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Okay, here's what I'm talking about. So, since this was in the front, here's what I'm talking about. Oh, and the person, okay, so to finish the conversation about the jacket, the person who was reselling it, they might have just took a picture just to show off the coat so they could sell it. But they should have just put it on a hanger. It would have done it more justice. But they probably wore it once. Who knows? I don't trust anyone. Just assume they wore it, I guess. But this is what I did for the front cover. Since it was a front cover, I was more particular about this. So this photo card has this picture on the background, which it's cute, but when it doesn't look as good. So I use the back since it has Everglow's name on it and it's really cute design. It just kind of looks better. So it kind of looks like a placeholder photo card, and I like how it makes the cover look. So I'm tempted to do with this, but I like this picture more than I like the Everglow picture. And it's inside the album, so it doesn't matter as much. So I think I'm gonna leave it like this, but I may flip it around because it has like the album name on it. I don't know. But for now, it'll stay like this, but I may change it, just so you know. But next up, we have Malice, I believe is how you pronounce that album name. And making sure I have everything. Yes, everything is there. So Malice. How many do I have? Yes. I have 2 Sohos and a Raven. 2 Sohos and a Raven. Raven technically goes first, so he'll be right here. But yeah, he was still in the album. This was way after he had left the group. But they still had his photo cards kind of like throughout the albums because he was still there technically during that era. But it's a really cute photo. He's holding some sort of fruit. Focus on his face. It's kind of hard. It doesn't recognize it as a face. I don't know what. There you go. I don't know what fruit it. I think it's a raspberry. I think we concluded that it was a raspberry. I can't remember what his designated fruit was. It might be a cherry. It might be a raspberry. I cannot tell. It does not want to focus on his face. There you go. It like focuses for 2 seconds. How rude. But that's the album cover. That's what it looks like. It has like a little snake in an apple. Is it because you're focusing on someone else? Are you focusing over here? And yes, they had a former member named Raven. This is him. That was such a weird thing. I don't know what to believe. There's like, you know, the typical like rumored things, but nothing ever came of it, and I'm pretty sure it was just rumors, but people ran with it because people love to run with stuff. And just to save the group, he left, but it was kind of, it's messy. It's still messy to this day. So I don't like to harp on it too much. I did enjoy him as a member of the group. He was probably my bias wrecker if I had to choose one. So it was kind of sucky. I saw him in concert once with them the first time I saw them tour. He was very good. I think he adds a lot to the group talent-wise. He did a lot of producing for the group. So he really brought a lot. And now he's gone, and I can kind of see the absence. But that might just be my biasness coming out. Who knows? Because I think the other members really took over really well and covered his parts really well. But I do miss him because he was a special member. I think he added a lot to the group. But yeah, he is gone. He's doing some solo stuff, but not officially. So I do hope he does some official solo stuff because he is just really talented. And I want him to, yeah. And I honestly don't know how valid it was because I've seen it so many times where there's like this drama and rumors and it turns out to be completely fake, and then no one like recognizes, because once it like gets disproven or whatever happens or blah blah blah, no one ever takes that. They always remember, oh, they were accused of doing this, and they never like follow through if it gets debunked or whatever. So I don't know. That was also during the messy time of K-pop where like everyone was getting accused of everything. So who knows? I don't know. The company never looked into it, so I can't tell you if it's true or not. It sucks if it was true. Like, it was bad stuff. It was not nice stuff he was accused of. But I don't know. Nothing ever came out with her. Like, I know people were debunking it, but I don't know. I'd like to believe he didn't do nasty stuff. Who knows? I don't even remember the specifics of it. That's how messy of a time that all was, because everyone was getting accused of stuff, and I can't keep track of everyone's stuff that they're getting accused of. But now we're on to Soho and his adorableness and his pomegranate. Okay, so I have, they're similar, so that helps with the cohesiveness of my thing. I don't know why the coloring of the photo is that way, but they're both like that, so I guess that's the choice they made. But he's holding a pomegranate, and it's adorable. That's his designated fruit, is apparently a pomegranate. Oh, and the back of the card looks like this. So he has like the blocky signature as well. It's just less intense as Leo's. And those will go in there. And that rounds up all of my ONEUS photo cards. We ended on Soho. Double Soho. Companies being silent. What a shocker. Yeah. You know, they think it makes it, and sometimes it does make it less messy, but it leaves a lot of questions. And I would just like a conclusion, and a lot of it was not concluded. And the problem is a lot of the people who get accused of this stuff, and they're a part of groups, and there's a lot of backlash against the group because of a certain member, they just leave regardless of if they actually did the bad stuff or not. They apologize whether they did the stuff or not. And that makes it so messy because that ruins their career. And what if he didn't do all the crap that was being talked about that he supposedly did? Then he's just apologizing for just existing. And I've seen that happen to so many people, and it's just, I just wish they would just do an investigation into it if it's that serious. And if it looks like they did it and they shouldn't be in the group anymore, kick them out. But if you look into it and it's not conclusive and it's like, I don't think, or they don't think he did it, then make a statement and stick to your guns. But this whole like wishy-washy stuff where it's like, they didn't really do it, but they're still apologizing for it, even though they didn't do it, just to save face. And I'm like, ugh, so annoying. I made a whole huge Twitter rant about companies being silent like a month ago. It just makes it more messy. But sometimes companies are too vocal. Well, actually, no, not companies. The people involved in the direct situation, which I understand. Because sometimes those people, in order to defend themselves, it kind of backfires on them if they're too vocal about it. That is specifically about Lucas. Because I don't believe that he did what he's being accused of. I know a lot of people believe he did, but it was pretty obvious that that was a stalker fan person being creepy and weird. And he had a lot of proof to show that. But it backfired because he defended himself instead of letting his company defend him. But his company sucks at defending anything. So I would prefer their company to just shut up, I guess. But some companies need to talk. I don't know. It's so messy. I don't even want to even... That was a mess. Speaking of messy, that was a mess. But yeah, I just prefer people to just live their lives. And if there is actual illegal stuff that these people are doing, then yeah. Bring it to court. I know the courts suck. I know courts suck and they don't always actually do justice. But at least it's less messy than just having the court of public opinion decide if you're good or bad. I think that's kind of where we're at. We're letting just people talk to talk. At least Twitter. God forbid you go on Twitter during these times, because there's fake rumors and there's facts, but then the facts get buried with people just hating on people to hate on them. I've seen that a lot. They just use this moment to hate on a person that they don't like it that much. And that messes everything up, because if the person is really that bad, we'll never know, because there's so much fake stuff being thrown around. Okay, now I need to make a decision. I think TXT will be next, even though I'm going to get more photo cards of them, but I will leave blank spaces for them. I'll leave blank spaces for not TXT, for ONEUS as well. And okay. So Lucas stuff bothers me because it was pretty provable, true that he was doing things with fans. Maybe. I've just seen so many people, like, I don't know. And a lot of it's hard to prove, because his task is to prove he didn't do something, which is kind of impossible to do unless you keep track of everything in your life, ever. And everything is written down and there's timestamps and stuff like that. So his task is to prove he didn't do something. However, what he did prove is that the person spreading this information, facts or not facts, who knows? It could be lies, it could be truth. The person who was doing it was like a known stalker fan that he had, a Saising or whatever you want to call them. He proved that pretty clearly. And the fact that that person does that and is okay with doing that discredits a lot of what they say, at least in my opinion. So that's why I'm like, I don't know, because maybe they are saying the truth, but a lot of it's coming from a person who's kind of crazy. And I'm like, I don't know if I can believe this person if they think stalking people is okay. So it's like, it's hard because the source of the facts is a person I don't really want to trust or can't really trust, but maybe they are telling the truth. I don't know. But yeah. And if there's more, okay. So I didn't actively follow this, but I tried my best, but it's hard to do, especially when companies don't speak out. He was saying he did stuff with them, and some were false. That's the other thing. People jump on the bandwagon and it muddies the water so much. Because if there is actual people who were like hurt by him in some way, then yeah, that is really bad. But it's hard. It's hard without like solid evidence from a source that we can trust that is accurate. And it's so messy. It's so messy. I don't know. That's why K-pop sucks sometimes. There are good times, but there's a lot of bad times. And I'm not even like a huge fan of Lucas, but I also am not a huge fan of people losing careers over stuff they didn't do. And I've just seen it happen so many times. Lucas, I'm unsure about. I don't know. I don't know what he did. I don't. But I've seen a lot of people who have been attacked in that way, who I am 99% sure, because I can't be 100% sure because I don't actively know them. I'm not in their lives. I don't know them in person. But like, it's fairly obvious that this was just a bandwagon attempt to get their careers removed. And I hate when that happens, because that's just gross. But I do know that this stuff does happen, especially in this industry. People use their power for crappy stuff, and their fan bases for crappy stuff, and they shouldn't be in the entertainment industry if they are doing that stuff. But it's hard. The waters are muddied. It's so, ugh. It's also annoying because there are never any solid answers from SM. What a surprise! SM being silent for no reason. If he didn't do those things, they should defend him. And they did attempt to, kind of. They did that whole documentary thing. SM just sucks at translating. And like, they messed up that whole documentary so bad with the translations that they made it even worse. So, I mean, I do want companies to speak out. However, in SM's instance, I don't know if I want them to speak out because they suck at doing anything. But they should do that. But they have a history of not doing it, even if the people are innocent. That's what I've noticed from SM. If he did, they need to get rid of him. Just frustrating. Yeah. Like, I agree with you, but it's so hard. Like, unless they bring the police in to do a proper investigation, I don't think we're ever gonna. And then you have the whole corrupt police situation, so who knows? There's no solid answers in these situations, which makes it really sucky. And it's hard to determine who you're gonna support in these situations. But I feel like if they're giving him a solo comeback that they're fairly confident that, like, I feel like that's their way of defending him, maybe. I don't know. I would like a written statement from SM. A well-translated written statement. I need it in English, I need it in Korean, and maybe a Japanese version. Properly translated, without any typos, from SM. That's what I would want. But that's SM, so we're never gonna see that. That'll never happen. But I would like an explanation of kind of like where they're at. I think that would help, because there is a lot of people on both sides who are just confused. There's people who support Lucas, and then there's people who like actively hate him, and I don't know who to listen to. I'm kind of in the middle where it's like, if what they were saying about him is true, I don't like him. But if it's not true, then I kind of want the haters to kind of shut up, because if it's not true, then it's not true. But if it is true, the haters can do whatever they want, I guess. And thank you, Sophia. Thank you. I don't take compliments well. Thank you. LOL, they gave a mistranslated sub, so they aren't gonna give a good statement. That's what I'm saying. So, like, honestly, in this situation, maybe SM shouldn't say anything. Because they're just gonna mistranslate it, and it's gonna cause a bigger issue, and people are gonna be even more mad. So, if it was any other company, I'd be like, yeah, give us a statement. But SM, I'm like, I don't know. I think they're only gonna make it worse. But the fact that, like, there's still members on hiatus right now who shouldn't be on hiatus because there was a whole drama about them and their pre-debut lives, which weren't even that messy. And they still haven't spoken out about them. Like, I don't think we're ever gonna get any actual statements. Yeah, and that does suck. Because, like, if he's completely innocent, that is really sucky. But if he's guilty, that's also really sucky. Because I don't want to support him if he is a bad person like that. But if he's innocent, then, like, I don't want to, like, just hate him for no reason. So yeah, it's just messy. That's the only way That's the only way to describe it, is messy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do about Lucas. I don't think SM knows what to do about Lucas. Anyway, I will be sorting now. I'm almost done. I only have TXT and some Kbands left, so it's gonna go fairly fast. But we've done fairly good so far. We have some miscellaneous boy groups. We have ONEUS. We have CIX. We started off with some random Photocards. There's a blank spot there. Not sure what to do about it right now, but we'll figure it out. But we have some TXT. Not too many. I only have 4, but it works. So we have Yeonjun. Wait, let's see. I didn't write this out, so. So Yeonjun, Subin. This is from the same era. No, it's not. It's different. Oh no. Let me. Okay. So we have 2 Thursdays Childs, 1 Thursday Child, and then 1 Temptation Photocard. I feel like there should be another one from this album, but I don't have it here. And I don't think I ever did receive them, so I don't know if they just gave out photocards like this. I'll have to look into it. But this is the photocard I have of the Temptation album. That'll be the second one. This came out first, so. These were pre-order benefit, I'm pretty sure. Got those. So those will go first, because they are the same. And then I have a Subin. He looks great. And these are the Thursday Childs. And we're doing member age order by album name. Yes. The problem is the K-pop community sucks at conversations and discussions. Because it's always so, it's either black or white. There's no gray. The problem is there's a lot of gray. And no one wants to accept that there is a lot of gray areas here where it's not just black and white. So that's why having discussions in the K-pop world is so hard, because there is such a divide and a lack of logical thinking sometimes. Sometimes there's a lot of emotional thinking, especially on Twitter, but that's a big Twitter problem just in general. And yes, that is what's happening. Good luck. Good luck following along. Subin will go here, I think. Wait. Yeah, Subin's first, right? I'm trying to remember just off the top of my head. I think he's first. And then Yeonjun? Do I have to look that up? I should probably look that up just to make sure. I always mix it up, but I'm pretty sure Subin is first. In the order. I will double check because I'm doubting myself if it will load. Come on, K-pop pro. Yep, Subin number 1, Yeonjun number 2. That's what I thought. So that's what we're doing. But yeah, I will double check, but because I only bought 1 version of the Temptation album, and I think that's the only photo card they gave us. But I'll double check. But I'm pretty sure it's very cute. He's sticking out his tongue. I didn't notice that until fairly recently. Like at first I thought he was just like being cute with his hand on his face, but no, he's like sticking out his tongue like a little cutie. Oh wait, did they? No, that was in. Never mind. So those were in the Thursday Child albums. I don't know. They skimped out on photocards, but I guess there's not too many members, so it's like hard to give out a ton. But yeah. That's my TXT for now. I'm gonna get some more in when their new album drops. So I'll save room back here. Last up is Kbands. Woohoo! So I'm gonna include them in this one. Just because that's the easiest way to do it. Maybe one day I'll make a Kband binder specifically, but I don't have enough to really do that right now. I have quite a bit, but not too many. And same. I don't know what warranted this. Let me go back. I don't know where this conversation came from. but honestly, same. Oh, here we go. Brooke's parents do. Brooke's dad in particular, I hear about him talking about like Hoshi and stuff. I can only dream of that. My parents know that K-pop exists because they know I do this. And they judge me for it. They're like, you're too old for this. I'm like, yeah, I am. But you know what? Gotta still talk about it and still enjoy it. I'm still gonna go to concerts every time I get. But yeah, my parents know that BTS exists. They think every group is BTS. They couldn't tell you a member's name to save their lives, but they do know, like, whenever K-pop is mentioned, my mom will just say, oh, BTS, and I'm like, yeah, but that's not who I'm talking about right now. I've shown my mom so much 17, and she seems to be a Minghao stan in the moment. She may not realize it. I thought she was gonna be a Hoshi stan, but nope, she is more of a Minghao fan. I think because I showed her the solo song, the Side by Side, I believe is the song, and she really liked that song. So that was a surprise to me, but that is as far as I've gotten. She complimented Mingyu's arms, unwarranted, like I didn't tell her who I liked at the moment. And she was like, oh, that guy has nice arms. And I was like, yeah, you do. Yeah, that is correct. That is a correct thing to say. So that's as far as I got with my parents in K-pop. She couldn't tell you their names. My mom just knows BTS exists. That's as far as I got. And for all the people asking how to participate, just watch. you can talk in the comments, I guess, or the chat. This is just chillin' chat. We're all chilling and I'm chatting. That is what the situation is. Oh, your dad loves Woozy. Oh, Strictly Army. That's so interesting. Okay. My mom just knows BTS. And she doesn't know members' names. Everyone is BTS. Even the individual members of other groups that are not BTS, they are BTS. Okay, let's round this out because we're getting towards the hour-and-a-half mark, so we're right on schedule. And yeah, if you need to do moddy things, you have the permission to do moddy things. I don't know. If they're not being too annoying, do your thing. Yeah, I give you permission to do moddy things, Alex, if you need to. But here we go. We've got NFLYING. That's who I have the most of out of Kbands. I have a hearty stack. So I believe they'll be next. That would make sense. So here we go. It's only one, well, okay. So it's one, this is from one album. I've only really bought one album from them, but I bought 2 versions of the album. And this is all the photocards that came from it, which is a lot. And this came from their light stick. So not technically an album, but these will go first because they're technically older. So we got Sunghyup. I just like slurred my words there. Sunghyup, he's the lead singer, main vocalist. He plays the piano sometimes. We have Chahoon. He does bass guitar, I think is what he does. I get mixed up on guitars. Actually, no, I think Dongsung does bass. He does something with some sort of guitar. I don't know if it's a bass or if it's like a rhythm guitar. I can't keep track. But Jaehyun, my favorite member, just personality-wise, he does the drums. And he does them fabulously. And then we have Hwaesung. He does vocal things. He is a fantastic vocalist. Dongsung, he does, I believe he is actually the bassist. He plays some sort of guitar. I don't know. I have to look it up. I suck at guitars. Maybe he just does normal guitar. Maybe that's it. Because I know he plays guitars sometimes too. I don't know. But yeah, I know he does bass. So He doesn't do bass. He could probably play the bass. I honestly don't know. My dad calls TXT BTS. At least it's in the right company. At least there's that. They're nothing like BTS. At least they're like somewhat closely associated to BTS. Like my mom thinks everyone is BTS. Even girl groups at this point. She's like, if I'm talking about anything K-pop related, it doesn't matter what company, what group, if it's a girl group, boy group, K-band, whatever. She's like, oh, BTS? And I'm like, nope. Not even close. But yeah, it's the thing. It's a parent thing. Their brains just cannot comprehend. And she doesn't even know members of it. She knows BTS as an entity. And that's as far as I can get. At first, she had no idea who anyone was. And then she learned BTS is a thing, and now she calls everyone BTS. And yeah, this is a band. So they very much play instruments. That is their thing. They are great. I highly recommend. They are called NFLYING. N, like the letter N, and then flying. I saw them live. I met them, and I took selfies with them. They're over here on my wall, but I don't want to go get them. They're on Instagram as well. It was very fun experience. I did it for my birthday. I typically don't do stuff like that because it's expensive. But yeah, they're very good musicians. Highly recommend. They have some great songs. Hwaesung's vocals, just in general, ridiculous. If you know who Lee Hong-gi is, from FT Island, Hwaesung's like his child, his vocal child. He has some crazy talented rock vocals as well as just great vocals. But yeah, highly recommend. They're very fun. This is definitely like the fun band. If you want like a classic band, I would recommend the Rose. They have more of like the typical Western band sound. NFLYING has really fun songs. They have a song I would recommend, Moonshot, maybe as your first listen. I don't know. They have a lot of fun with their music, but they also have some beautiful songs. And then I'll talk about Lucy here in a second, but they're also really cool. They have a violinist. That's what makes them really cool. And they're going on tour soon, and I'm gonna go see them, I hope. I have hope, because I think they're going to Washington, D.C. So I'm gonna see them, hopefully. And yeah, that's the thing. Does your parents also like think all the men in Korea look like girls? Because I don't understand that. I feel like it's just a dad thing, an American dad thing. Like my dad just like, he thinks everyone sounds like girls and looks like girls, and I'm like, that's clearly a man. Like that man has abs and it's right there. Like I could show him a shirtless picture of a man who was like super buff, and he's like, they all look like girls to me, and I'm like, Father, I will disown you. So yeah, it's a struggle. I don't understand it. I genuinely don't understand what the disconnect is. It's just yeah. Because I know Lori's dad also does the same thing, so I know at least 2 dads who does that. But I'll just be playing K-pop, and my dad will be like, is this a girl or a guy singing? And I'm like, do you not, like, do you have ears? I don't, it's clearly a woman. Because it'll be like, it's a girl group. So I'm like, that is clearly a woman. And then there'll be like a deep voice rapper going, and I'm like, do you think this is a woman? I mean, it's not Dami. Like, if it was Dami, I'd be like, okay, maybe you'd be confused because she has like a low voice. But yeah. Yep. It's strange. It's a strange. I tried to correct it, but you know what? I've kind of given up. Because I don't know how. I don't know. I'm like, these are men. They look like men. They look like guys. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. I can't fix them. But I love them anyway. I try my best. Because I do understand, because we do like the K-pop games where it's like, if like they don't have, we played some K-pop games. This sounds weird, but it's like, you have to like guess the idol, and they like put like a bald filter on them, or they edit them without hair. And like sometimes I'm like, if there's like no makeup on or anything like that, I'm like, I don't know if that's a girl or a guy. But it's because they don't have hair. Typically, it's pretty easy. Or if they like edit them without eyebrows and you have to guess that, like it's difficult. But it's not. Because I mean, we've had that problem before when playing games, but the game is specifically making the idol look different. So it's hard to tell who it is because they don't have hair, and it's hard to tell by hair. But like, typically I can tell if that's a man or a woman. It's fairly easy. And yeah, the inherent bias people have against slightly more feminine looking acting men as well. Yeah. It's a strange world we live. But it's like, I don't know. Maybe I just like him because like this. Look how cute he is. Like, that's adorable. And that's a man. Anyway. But here are the ones from the album I got. Oh yeah, if you want to see their names spelled out, there you go. This is, okay. We're going through it again. Sunghyo. This is from their Man on the Moon album, which was honestly my favorite album. It's their first full album that they've come out with. And it was great. That's why I bought it, specifically because it was their first full album. Sunghyo. He sings and does instrument things sometimes. This is Chahoon. He does guitar things. He's not a bassist. I don't know why I said that earlier. This is my favorite member. This is Jaehyun. He looks so good here. And the first photocard didn't do him justice, but I mean, he does look like that. But he was being funny there, but that's his personality. But he looks so cute here. And this is the photocard I brought to the concert. He looks so cute, and I love that color on him. The hair looks great. Woohoo. Oh, look at, whoa. I never looked at his signature. That's wild. That is a whole piece of art right there. That's impressive, sir. Is there more? No, that was the only one. That was cool. But yeah, like there's some like K-pop boys who are like really pretty. Like I do understand that, but then I'll be showing him like a clearly obvious man, like Mingyu or something, and he'll be like, "Is that a woman?" I'm like, "No, that's a very hot man." And Felix is gorgeous. And I get like, cause like when Jungwon had super long hair, people like thought he was a woman sometimes, cause like at certain angles he'll be like hugging a member, and he's like, people would be like, "Oh, they have a girlfriend." I'm like, "No, that's just Jungwon. That's just Jungwon with really long hair." Like at certain angles, like you could probably have thought as a woman. I could understand that, but those were not the images I was showing. Like that's not what he was seeing. Cause I could understand that. I don't know. I couldn't remember the specific idol, but it was something to that extent where it was that kind of crazy. It wasn't like an obvious thing. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was Ingyu or someone else. I was just showing music videos, so honestly, they were going so fast through the members. But yeah, like there's some where I'm like, I could understand, but then for most of it, I don't. See, that's funny. Wow, that girl's so cute. Well, she's a guy, so. If you know that commercial reference, that is a State Farm commercial reference. Here's Jaehyun again. Here's Jaehyun again. He has like a really wild American flag shirt on. It's like, there's like explosions and American flag. I'm like, that's the most American thing he's ever done. And then Huesung. That's such a look. That's such a look. And there we go. Jake from State Farm, yes. Well, she's a guy, so. I love that commercial. That's like the only insurance commercial I can tolerate. Okay, let's put these in here. Khakis. What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm? Khakis. She sounds hideous. Well, she's a guy, so That is the only commercial I will ever quote because it was the best commercial ever made. Oh, and then they ruined Jake from State Farm. Now he's so bland. He's like a completely different person. I miss old Jake from State Farm with his khakis. He still wears khakis, but he doesn't have the same personality. They ruined Jake from State Farm. It was so iconic. Okay, so we're rounding it out. This is NFLYING. This is all of them. I have quite a few. I don't know why they gave out so many photo cards in their albums, but they did, and I appreciate it. Highly recommend. Next is the row. Oh, that's gonna mess up. I might leave a blank space because I will probably get more NFLYING. Whoa, there's two of his signatures. Wait, is that? Wait. Yep, that's Jake. His signature is so wild. How does he do that? He draws a whole thing. Like, I don't know how that says Jaehyun in any way, shape, or form, but it's really cool. And I don't personally. I don't think so. Here's the randos I have. Ignore that. I have a Han from Stray Kids, randomly. I have Baekhyun, and I have Sana. That's as good as I get. I like IN. But yeah, that's as close as I get. Okay, the rows will probably be next. They don't really give out photo cards. This is the first time they've done it because I've gotten another album and the photo cards that they gave were like square Polaroid type things. They were beautiful. They were shirtless in them. So I really enjoyed the album and their style because they're very attractive men. But they aren't photo card shaped. So I only technically have two and they're both of Dojude. He's very cute. He's my favorite member of this band. Here he is. Look at his little face. You need him. He's in his little striped shirt. It's very cute. The back is kind of plain. I also have a black and white version. They're different, but the same person. And I actually got, because I got both versions of this album that came out, and I got these two photo cards again. So I gave them to a new home. So I kept one set and I got rid of my other set because I'm like, this is kind of ridiculous. Because I got the exact same two photo cards in the other version of the album. But yeah, that's all I have of them right now because they really don't give out photo cards. At least they didn't the last era. They did it again. I don't have their early albums because they're ridiculously expensive on resale right now. I've been eyeing them and they're like selling for hundreds of dollars because they're out of production. And the Rose isn't with that company anymore, so they're never coming back in stock, which sucks. But they had photo cards in those, but I don't have them. And yes, it's my favorite thing. I specifically sought it out and bought it. It was going for a lot of money, but I found one that was really cheap. Like below $20. They were selling for like $50 something, which is insane to anyone but a K-pop stan. I would never pay that amount, but I got him for like in like the teens. I don't remember exactly how much I paid, but I only bought it because I had a credit that I needed to use from this website. So I got it mostly for free, actually. Using girl math, using girl K-pop math, he was technically mostly free. And that's why I bought him, but I couldn't leave him behind. He's so cute. But anyway, the last two photo cards I have for today before we wrap up everything is Lucy, which is a band. If you couldn't tell, we are in our band era right now. They have a violinist in the band. That's like the most notable thing I can tell you. Like they have their music is just very aesthetic. That's kind of how I can describe it. Boogeyman was their most recent song that I would suggest you listen to, because it's different for them, but it was really good. Lori even liked that song. But a lot of their music is more like aesthetic. They were formed as part of like a competition band show. So that's where they got a lot of their inspiration from like the challenges there. And they kind of had their thing where they would use like sounds they would take from just like, they would take like, so they have a song called Flare, which is one of my favorites by them. And they would use like sounds of like an actual flare going off as part of the song. And it's really cool. They used a lot of like just real world sounds and they built it into their songs. That was kind of their thing during their competition show. And I really appreciate it as a music nerd in that way. And they just have a violinist. And that's what I like to hype up so much about this group, because that violinist pops off and it's great. But here you go. I don't know the members' names actually, which is embarrassing. I should learn them. But here's a signature. Oh, he made a little face out of his signature. That's adorable. It's a little face with buck teeth. Oh, that's so cute. But this is a really good album. It's really long. There's a lot of songs on it, but it was good. It was like a journey. I feel like their albums just kind of take you on this like musical journey. And it's hard to describe unless you listen to them. It's funny you talked about Lucy and then like the next day, DK, he did put out a Lucy cover. Oh, I was so surprised. It was like he was listening wherever you are, DK. But yeah, I talked about Lucy, and then the next day, DK of 17 dropped a Lucy cover, and I'm like, that's poetic. He did a great job. I loved his version of it. And it's really random because nobody talks about Lucy. Nobody freaking does. I inspired DK. He definitely did not work on that for many weeks before I ever mentioned Lucy on this channel. And yeah, here's all the members, I guess. I'll give you a close-up. There's not too many of them. That's why I should probably learn their names. I just listened. I listen to them. I'm not even a casual listener of Lucy. I'm like a dedicated listener of Lucy. However, I have not learned much about the members. But I did buy this album because it was in the store I was in. And I'm like, I can't leave this behind. It was a good album. So that's why I bought it. But they are going on tour soon. They signed a contract with a company I really like, a touring company I really like. And they come to DC. And I left a comment on their post and they liked my comment. So I think they're coming to DC and I really want to see them live. Because their concerts are great. I've seen footage of them. And they do such a good job just putting on a great show. And like they just, I'm excited. But yes, on Jisung Photocard, I'm looking for that Photocard for too long. He was in, okay, so Lori and I went to a pop-up shop that came to DC. And what they did was they had just a whole table full of Photocards. Just a table of Photocards they were selling individually. I found him and I did not let him go because this is beautiful. Like this is art. I will never let him go. Good luck finding him. I don't know. He wasn't even that expensive. He was like maybe $8 and I think he was actually technically free because what pop-up shops do is if you buy albums, they'll give you free stuff along with it. And their deal of the day or whatever they were doing is if you buy an album, you get a free photocard. And I didn't realize that at the time. I was just ready to buy it. And then I got to the register and they were like, oh yeah, every album comes with a free photocard. And I had like a stack of photocards and I'm like, I'm ready. So I think it was technically free. But yeah, good luck finding him. Check Macari, but don't shop around. Definitely shop around because you can find good deals on Macari and eBay. Be careful with eBay. Macari's generally safer. Good luck. And that pop-up shop is having a sale soon. Are they? It's hard to keep. I know there was Sub K. Sub K had a sale recently on their online store. I didn't buy anything because I don't need anything. clearly I have too much. I'm doing weekly live streams where I sort out the crap I've gotten from K-pop stuff. But yeah, that's exciting. I want to go. I love going into the physical stores, but I don't have too many because Target's not the same. If you haven't been to like an actual K-pop store, it's not the same because they do like fun little giveaways and they give you free posters, free photo cards. It's a really fun, jolly time in the K-pop stores. And I miss being able to go to them all the time. And yes, we should go again. But it was a are they like still there? Like, are they still a shop physically, or are they only online right now? I forgot what they were called. I think it was like Kpop USA or something. But we should go. I'm always down. Because I love being able to go and like sort through photo cards. Because it's more fun seeing them in person. But I'll do a flip through. And yeah, the same one is in the same spot because I'm ready. Because I'll be up there soon if they're still going to be there. But yeah, this store just like bought out like this random room and like a shop. It's not even a shopping center. It was like a business park or something. It was really hard to find. Lori and I spent like maybe 30 minutes trying to find this place. After we got to the general location, it was so hard to actually find the store because it was so random where they chose to be. But it was really nice. It was a nice setup. But I'll do a flip through of what we have so far. So here are my randos. I'm gonna either print out something to put here as a filler, or I will buy another photo card of a random person because I feel like that suits this cover because this is what's going to be in the front. So that's what you're first going to see. So I need something to go here. We'll see. Maybe I can find like a male soloist or something. I don't know. We'll see how that develops. But that is my chaotic front page. And then we have Seed. RIP. This group doesn't exist as of, well, they still exist currently. They won't exist in April because they disbanded for no reason whatsoever. They're very talented. I love them. I hope they come back in some way, shape, or form. But not through Nature Space Entertainment. That company sucks. I had faith in them and then I lost faith. Moving on to CIX. We have some cuties. This is my bias of the group. I had to buy this. I never pull him in albums. There we go. And then there's my last one. I need to get more to fill out their page. This is pushing me to spend more money, which is not good. This is ONEUS. I got these from their VIP tour package. They're in the woods. It's very vampire themed. I don't know if that was intentional, but it's giving vampire. And they're all doing like the Pinky Promise thing. It's really cute. And there's the last one. This came from a merch stand. This is starting their albums. This is my bias of the group. Da-da-da. This is my favorite one, photocard wise. He's not even my favorite member, but this is a great photo card and I love it and I will never let him go. Also cute. Oh my god, will you? I'll take either, I don't care. I need a rando to fill it out. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh my god, we're losing so much. April is it's a great month for me personally because there's a lot of great music gonna be coming out in April, but we're losing a lot in K-pop. I forgot about that because that announcement was made so long ago. I completely forgot about that. That's a shame. That's a shame. I feel like they weren't given enough. They just weren't given enough as a group. I know they were a project group, but do it. You won't. I've already sent Brooke a photo card. We'll just trade. We'll become our own trading group. But I do need a spot filled if anyone wants to send me something. Okay, moving on to TXT, which has been a big theme in my life as of recently because we had ticketing for their concert. We got tickets. I got Brooke and I tickets. We're going, and we're not breaking the bank because I somehow managed to get some sort of cheap tickets that were a decent spot in the venue. So that was lucky. I'm glad. It was a fight though. That was a war. That was horrible. But they also have a comeback coming soon, and I'm excited. I left space for them because I ordered an album. And now we're into the Kbands. I might put dividers in. That would be cool. I might make dividers. I'm just thinking out loud here. Yes. I have been actively tweeting because I'm excited about this comeback for TXT. It's looking nice. And I'm excited for the tour because they always just put on really good shows. Here's my Kband section, starting out with NFLYING. This is their derpy little photos. This is like the first photo cards they ever made for this group. I don't know if that's actually true, but this came with their light stick, which their light stick is adorable. It's over there because I'm organizing again, but I love their light stick. But it came with like these cute little photos. That's the newest member who was added. He was added quite a while ago, but he's still just so cute and new. And here we go. I left space because I'm gonna get more. I have faith. And then the last page. This is not really the most aesthetic book I have. I think my 17 is probably the most aesthetic, but that's just because it's one group. And then we have the Rose and Lucy pulling up at the end, and I have blank pages to go, so that will not be great for my spending habits, but you know, whatever. And let's see. Yeah, TXT come back in April. That's why I said April's gonna be a great month, but also a sad month because we're losing a lot in April, but we're gaining a lot in April as well. I think 17 is also coming back. That's what I've been told by Hoshi. I've been told. We have been told collectively as a fandom by Hoshi that April is the month. We haven't had an official announcement, but I have faith in Hoshi. But yeah, we have TXT, we have Kiss of Life coming back. Their comeback looks amazing. If you haven't listened to Kiss of Life, go do it. I guess I can switch to big screen. Hello. So yeah, we have a lot of great comebacks. TXT looks amazing. And there's definitely going to be more announced soon. I did so well, I know. I was shocked because I sat there for like an hour afterwards just like looking around to see if anything better came up. Nothing did. Like I haven't even seen tickets at that price since that moment, so I don't know how I did it. That was a miracle. That was a K-pop miracle that just happened. And you know that TXT come back, all the ingredients are gonna be integrants. I read that as ingredients. I don't know why. It could be an ingredient. But yeah, I think that's what I've been told. I've been keeping up with the teasers, but I haven't been keeping track of hair. But you know it's gonna be great if they're all blonde. That is true. But yeah, I'm excited for April. We do have, I guess I'll move on to announcements now. So, this coming Tuesday, I believe it's the 3rd. I think it's April 2nd or 3rd. What is it? I'm looking at my little calendar. Tuesday the 2nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our March wrap-up of K-pop. So if you have not watched them before, we do a recap of all the K-pop releases of March. We talk about our favorites. We talk about things we kind of didn't like. We rarely don't like things, but there's sometimes things we have to talk about. But there's some great things that happened in March, and I'm excited to talk about them. So if you want to watch our recap and review, tune in on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's what's coming up. Lori will probably stream either today or tomorrow on Twitch if you're interested in games, non-K-pop related games. I'll put up her little thing. Ta-da! Lori can let us know in the chat if she's still here, if she's streaming. I'll probably be there voice-wise. But you can follow us on Twitter for things that are Twitter related. Alex shouted out our Twitter. I've been tweeting more. I had a little lull there for a while, but I'm tweeting more because there's things to tweet about. You can follow our shop, both on Twitter and on Instagram. They're both the same name. It's very nice. We do sell things. I can show you one of the things. Look how cute. This is 17 themed. It's a little flower from 17th Heaven. That's the album title. He's very cute. We've also been selling a lot of shirts recently. People have just been ordering shirts. We have our Purple Kiss shirt. That's been very popular recently. I'm not sure why, because it was 7th Heaven themed. There's a lot of heaven happening in K-pop, but it was like the 7th Heaven shirt. And a lot of people have been buying it recently, which is great, because I have one that's going out Monday. But like, it was just random, because they did have a comeback, but it was not, I don't know. It was just wild. Everyone started buying that shirt again, because there was like a big run on them right before their concert happened. And now there's another run on Purple Kiss shirts, so thank you. But yeah, we have a lot of products. They're probably, I don't know if I put them on this video yet or not. You'll see them below. There's little pictures. If you want to peruse. I have some 3 Racha stuff. I have one 3 Racha thing. I have some 17 stuff. I have CIX stuff. I have 17. I don't know if I already said 17. I'm trying to remember. TXT. We have TXT shirt. We have a TXT patch. And stuff like that. 80s. We have it all. We have it all. I'm designing more, but I have not announced it yet. And then you can check out our Instagram. It's a very chaotic I know. I can't change it. And that's kind of all we have as update-wise. Let me check the chat for any last-minute things to talk about. And yes, Lori is streaming tonight. If you're streaming, I hope you're streaming ESO, because I want to throw pies. It's Jester Festival in ESO. That's Elder Scrolls Online. There's like a big Jester Festival, and you get to prank people and throw pies at them, and it's really fun, and I want to do it. It's so chaotic, and I love it. So yeah, they're having like it's kind of like an April Fool's, they're doing it for like 6 days or something, where you get to throw pies, you get to throw petals onto people, there's like little firecrackers you can throw around. It's really fun. So I hope you're streaming ESO so I can do some of that. Because yes. I am. I will also be throwing pies. I'm excited. And yay. Thank you. I know, Alex, I can tell. But yeah, so definitely join. She streams around, I'll pull up her thing again, just since we got confirmation. So she's over on Twitch at Lori_gamer_bro. She streams ESO and Phasmophobia now. That's like her thing. And she streams around like 10 or 11 p.m. depending on the day. I'm there in voice chat most of the time. Not always, but I will be there. And I will be there in game. And I will throw pies. I will also use my camel to spit on people. And that is my job. That is my, yes, 11 p.m. tonight. So yeah, if you like gaming content that's not K-pop related, sometimes it's kind of K-pop related because we talk about it, because it's just our life. But it's mostly just gaming and having fun. Phasmophobia is also fun. We did a little bit of that yesterday. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys. It actually took longer than I expected. I thought this was gonna take less time, but we got on some rants, so enjoy those. Please don't hate me too much for my opinions, but you know what? I have opinions. Next Saturday, I will probably move on to either... I'll take this down. I'll either do my 80s binder. I haven't actually purchased the binder yet, but I can get it here fairly quickly. Or BTS. BTS is gonna be chaotic, like I said, because my photocards are just all over the place. Or I could finish up my girl group binder. We'll see how it goes. I will figure it out within this coming week. But for now, just tune in next Saturday at 6 p.m. But before then, you have Tuesday stream, so don't forget about that. And thank you. Thank you for confirming my opinions. I know some people would probably be mad. I can't help it, but I try to be somewhat reasonable. Try to use some sort of logic, but it's hard sometimes. But yeah, that is all I have. Tune in on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Tune in on Saturday at 6 p.m. And that's all I got. Those are the announcements. I will see you guys next time. Bye.